All right. What's up, everybody?
Hey.
We're about to go live with another episode of Game Speak Podcast. He's trying to, the Game Speak dog is trying to eat tape. Okay, I'll
Nothing
just,
like some good tape, you know?
yeah, apparently. All right, so let's go 3, 2, 1. Yo, 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 and hello and welcome to Game Speak Podcast. New episodes go up for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD, where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast, facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. Be sure to go ahead and join our ever-growing community in the GameSpeak Podcast Discord at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games, battle and catch Pokemon. Now in the new Pokemon games as well. Get show updates, find friends to play games with, and so much more. This show is three BFFs bringing you the hottest video game news of the week. I'm one of your hosts, Jamal Al-Jafra, alongside Brent Bass, and not Devin, because Devin is immunocompromised, and so
Yeah.
and I
Can't be taking any risks, and that's
No.
real, you know?
no, it makes sense, and I'm potentially what's it called, like when
Infected?
yeah, I'm a potentially infected individual with the
shit.
COVID-19 virus.
I'm just out here risking it for the biscuit.
Yeah,
You know?
I-
Just bringing you guys the content.
yeah, I just sprung
You
this
know?
on Brent right now.
Yeah.
No, no. No, I let Brent know beforehand. I did not, let Brent come down here.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I don't officially have COVID, but I came into close contact with somebody who had COVID, so we're gonna see how it goes.
Yeah, we're past all that. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. Who cares? No, I'm just kidding.
Virus,
No.
Smyrus, No, but it was like one of those things where it's like, okay, well, I'm not sick. It's been like 3 days. I haven't felt symptoms. I know the incubation period is like almost a month though, but so
That's
we'll
okay.
see
That's
how-
why we're social distancing
yeah.
across the
There's at
table.
least 6 inches between.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That says Brent risking it all for the love of the game. It's
You
true.
know, I do what I have to do, you know?
Yeah. If anybody's going to risk it for the game, it's Brent,
Yeah.
He's any video game you put it out there, Brent will put his life on the line. No, just kidding.
My whole life.
It's a whole life.
Hey, did it hail here yesterday or whatever?
No, it didn't.
You didn't get any hail?
No, but I saw the pictures of the hail in like
We were
Huntsville
getting
and
like
stuff.
big old golf ball sized hail in Huntsville.
Dude, that's crazy.
Freaking wild, especially considering how hot it's been the past few days.
Yeah, and we're so close to, Huntsville here, and we didn't get any of that. We got rain.
Damn.
Mm.
That's like the lame version of hail. No, I'm just kidding. Hail sucks, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say, hell does not sound
Yeah.
fun.
Nah, yeah, it's pretty bad, yeah.
But yeah,
A
so
lot of people I work with had like dings all over their cars. It was bad.
gotta have that hail insurance,
Yeah.
dude.
Is that a thing?
I believe so. Yeah, hail damage insurance on your car. But I'm not adult enough to go and figure that out for sure. I'm pretty sure I made that up, but if my car gets some dings on it, it is what it is. I think.
Yeah, that's real.
But yeah. So what's been going on, dude? What you been up to besides hailing?
Not much. I got I renewed my state park pass, so
Oh,
for
shit.
the next year I can visit the state park. I saw an alligator out there the other night. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
It was just swimming around.
Did you fight it?
Yeah, I beat it up.
Hell
I go
yeah.
out there and beat up the wildlife pretty regularly. Just punch him right in the face.
Is that funny when you're a kid? Like your mindset on like, animals that are, predators. Like your thought, like when you think about it, you probably think about how you could defeat one,
Yeah.
like beat it up and stuff. And as you get older, you realize that like they don't even really give a fuck that we're there. They just kind of
Yeah,
want to
no.
avoid us. But like in your mind, when you're a kid, you
I still think about
yeah, like
fist fighting alligators regularly. I mean,
like if you're gonna grow up and fight,
I'm not gonna go out there and try to fight it, but
yeah,
if the alligator ran up,
yeah, dude. Oh
I
man,
might have to punch it in
that
the
alligator would get.
It would probably bite my leg off, honestly.
You think so? No.
I think it depends on the size of the alligator.
say
You know what
like
I mean?
a 6-foot alligator. I think you'd be
A
good.
6-footer? Yeah. I
like
think
one
it would be
your length and
we
height.
could go toe to toe. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's the
I'd
thing.
have to get behind it. You know, I think that would be my strat. Would be to like just stay behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you think about like what's his name,
Steve
Irwin, and the guy was kind of small. You know, like
He
and
was wrestling Crocs though. I don't know.
oh,
if
that's even
any,
worse.
Yeah, I
They're
think that
more
is worse.
aggressive,
Yeah,
right?
they're worse, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he
over
was
in
the
Australia.
crocodile hunter, yeah.
Like those things like have guns
Steve
and
Irwin
shit
was
over
kind
there.
of a hard ass though too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was bit like in the face and stuff, like by snakes, and he just didn't give a fuck. But like, you know, I feel like if he could do it, not to say okay, if he could wrestle a crocodile, we could wrestle an alligator. I think that's a possibility. Like,
Definitely.
we could set that up. Let's get that. Just like, I feel like that would be a fun event, like just to go to like a place where they're like, all right, we're gonna let you, you know, try and wrestle an alligator. Which I'm pretty sure they do that, right? There's places, I'm sure.
Alligator wrestling? I don't know, man. That sounds like some swamp people shit. Even in that show, they don't really wrestle the alligator. They just shoot them.
Oh gosh.
Have you ever seen
That's
Swamp
cheating.
People?
Yeah, no.
It is cheating.
That is cheating. Like, you can't just go out in the wild and shoot the alligators. Like, leave them alone. Well, I mean, I guess if you're gonna eat them.
Eat 'em, meat pays good, boy.
Oh, is that what they say?
They make money off of it somehow. I don't know. They kill the alligators for a profit.
They make boots.
Maybe.
Like gator
I'm not
boots.
100% sure. Swamp People. Look it up.
I think Dylan was just telling us how he got some like super expensive gator boots.
Oh, okay.
And so
That's probably what it is. You probably sell the meat and the skin to different people.
somebody said, "Shoot him, Ray. Shoot him." I don't.
Shoot him, Ray. Shoot him.
Is that somebody from the show?
One of them like pulls up the alligator, and the other one like shoots it, and they're like, "Shoot him, shoot him."
Oh, look, it is Dylan. Hey, Dylan.
Hey, what up, Dylan?
But anyways, yeah, so cool. You got your park pass.
Yeah, I got my park pass. Other than that, I've just been watching a lot of like shitty reality TV. There's a new season of Love Island and a new season of The Circle, and I've been watching both of those.
The Circle's the one where they're in the building and they can't see each other,
Yeah,
right?
they're
And
just messaging each other through like a big platform. But some of them are catfish, and for some reason, all the catfishes are like singled out. They're like, we got to get him out of here. He's a catfish. But it's like really no different than anybody else, other than the fact that they're a catfish. You know?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like-
it's the U.S. one though, right? They
yeah,
added a new
there's a
season.
bunch of them. Yeah, there's the U.S. one is the new one though.
I did enjoy the first season.
It's pretty good. This is season 5. I don't know how they're doing so many seasons so quick. Well, I guess it's probably not very hard to produce the
no,
show at
they
all.
just throw a bunch of people in an apartment and then film over like a couple days. But yeah, good show. Good show. I guess.
show, yeah.
Good
Not
quality.
really great, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. Me and my girlfriend just watch like the shittiest reality shows we can find. We really like Love Island, like especially like the British Love Island, and like the American Love Island has kind of sucked ass. But Peacock recently bought it, right? So this season 4 of American Love Island, Peacock took over, and they threw out the shitty American host. And they fucking got the narrator from the British show and brought him over, and he's fucking great. So
Really?
it's just honestly way better since Peacock took over. So
Well, it's good that Peacock is doing something.
yeah,
You know, so like I guess I'll check out this Love Island. Is it about an island where people are trying to fall in love?
you got it.
Okay,
You hit
just
the,
making
you
sure.
Hit the nail on the head.
I need to know if it was my kind of show.
Start in the British one though. The British one is the original Love Island.
I can't. I mean, there's the original British Office, but I'm not watching that shit.
No, trust me. The British one's way better because they have all these crazy slang they throw around and like he's slagging me off and you're over here trying to make a mug out of me. You gonna come over here, you know, slag me off.
It sounds like Fight Island. What's happening?
There's a lot of fights going on.
Okay.
It's real. Shit gets real.
They should just like do that with like UFC fighters, like how
They did.
They
Have
did.
yeah, it's the show called The Ultimate Fighter. It's like Big Brother, but like it's fucking UFC fighters. It's great.
Were they on on an island?
They weren't
though?
on an island
That's all I
per
want.
se.
I want them on an island. I want it to be a mix of Survivor and UFC,
That would be
where they
sick.
just throw a bunch of. It's like Battle Royale. They put a bunch of them on an island, and like their
They
whole
gotta punch predator animals to death to get their food.
and each other.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the goal is to be the last man standing. It's
That'd
a
be
it's a
sweet.
battle royale. So like if you get choked out or like knocked out, like you're or you know like like say you bump into somebody, you got to get into an
So
actual
it's like
UFC
Greed
fight.
Island, but they like fucking UFC fight when they
Yeah.
meet up with each
Yeah,
other.
and when they meet up, like all of a sudden refs just jump out of the woods, and then they got to go into a
He's
fight.
the number 1 ranked heavyweight in the world.
You're fighting like a featherweight.
All the women's UFC fighters team up together and
Yeah.
like they're just going around beating everybody up.
Dude, that would be tight.
That would be
Let's not even
fucking
like
tight,
fuck
bro.
around. This would
It'd
be
be
a
cool
cool
if you
show.
mixed all the weight classes together and
Yeah.
like you could form alliances and team up if you wanted to, because then you'd have like heavyweights just going around just bopping everybody, but then they'd be getting outrun and stuff. You'd have little dudes
Oh, yeah.
like jumping out of the trees and shit.
Well, I don't.
It would be cool, bro.
I don't think like you don't just attack someone. Like whenever you bump into each other,
So it would turn into like a
it turned into an
event.
actual
Yeah,
event.
okay.
Yeah, and like so you never know who's gonna fight next, and plus they're not gonna be ready for this fight because they're out like going to get food. They've been 3 days without protein. You know, like he's like struggling. The other dude's been all right because he like fucking like beat a bear to death.
Yeah, and
you
there's
know.
also that's another thing. It'd be like a tournament style thing where, like, you know, depending on how late in the competition, you've done like 10 fights already. You know. What I
Oh,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
So it's like
Well, you just want to be the last man standing.
versus
Yeah.
the guy who hid in a cave the whole time and he's fresh.
He comes
as a
out.
daisy,
He's just
you
been
know?
working out, lifting rocks. Like,
Flexes and his shirt rips off. Like
dude, that
final
would be
boss.
tight.
That would be great.
We just
Man,
we
I
need
think
to
we
pitch
just
that.
created something there.
Yeah. I don't know who you pitched that to,
Dana
but
White.
yeah.
Did you hear that Dana White got in trouble for slapping his wife? And then like they had this thing where it's like he was gonna put out a power slap championship thing, and like
Of
they,
course he was.
as soon as this video comes out of him just like slapping his wife, they like completely took all the power slap stuff down. They're like, we're not doing that anymore.
We're not no more slapping. No, but, like yeah, I saw the video. That was but let's be real. They were beating each other up.
Yeah,
like that
no,
was-
I mean, she did smack him a good one.
Yeah, the bear-
right at the beginning. You know? I'm
No,
not saying he should have.
no, he
her,
shouldn't
but,
have smacked
you
her
know,
back. No, honestly, I think they both should just like have to go
Yeah,
to
they-
something.
definitely.
But that was like a
Just stop hitting each other.
Yeah, just
Both
stop.
Of you.
Why are
Both
you
of
guys
yous.
beating each other, man? Adults out here.
Telling you.
But yeah, that's
Anyways, what have you been up to?
man, I have been working and that's about it because I've been trying to like not spend too much money after Christmas. So like I've just been chilling. I started watching that Devilman Crybaby show. Have you seen that
No.
on Netflix? It's kind of interesting, really graphic. Not like I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I'm almost
Is it
done
like
with
over
it.
the top, like, or is it like?
It's like not really, not in the gore. I think like it's more so like the sexual stuff is like over the
Too
top.
much, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's basically about the apocalypse almost kind of like but it doesn't seem like it. It's like it's really hard to explain what that show even is about. It's kind of like demons are showing up and like taking over people's bodies, and then the main guy is like best friends with this like weird psychopath guy, which they haven't really explained who he is yet. But somehow he knows about the demons that are taking over, and so he gets the main character to be taken over by a demon because he has such a pure heart that like he can use the demon power to help. I guess I don't fucking know. I have no idea what's happening, to be honest with you. And then there's just like a bunch of dudes like being pervy the whole time, and like I guess it's like they're the bad guys. I don't really know where it's going, but there's only 8 episodes. I'm like on the 5th episode, and I still have no idea what I'm watching really.
I
So-
haven't found an anime that I've liked in a long time, but I have found one show that I was really into. Have you watched Upload on Amazon Prime?
No.
It's so fucking good, dude. It's like funny. It's like a comedy, right? But it's also got like a mystery woven throughout the episodes, you know what I mean? There's 2 seasons, and it's so fucking good. It's about this guy. So, like, I think it's set in like 2030 something, where it's like they've developed a way for you to like upload your consciousness into like a VR game, basically. So when you die, you can like you can choose to either die naturally or like zap your fucking head off and go to this VR heaven. That's
Nice.
So like basically, this guy's about to die. He gets in a car crash, and like they zap his fucking head off, and he goes to VR heaven, and like goofy antics ensue. But also, fucking mystery ensues because it's like somebody rigged his automatic car, so it's like, how did I die? What you know what I mean? So it's like it's really good. It's
Who done it?
It's a big who done it with like a big love story and just a fucking hilarious, like, it's so good, bro. It's like, in my opinion, it's up there with The Boys as like the best show
damn.
on fucking Amazon Prime, and it's for different reasons. Like, The Boys is obviously well produced and like has a way bigger budget and stuff, but like this show is just fucking great.
What's
like,
it called? Uploaded?
Upload.
Oh, Upload. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, check it out. I'm telling you. It's,
Yeah, I will.
it's really good. And you'll be like, if you watch both seasons, you'll be like, oh, man, I got to see season 3. It's just
Oh, really?
fucking-
So it's not over yet?
No, yeah. And I think they said season 3 is going to come out later this year, so it's a good
Oh,
time
nice.
to get into it, you know?
Okay. And, like, is it good for non-nerds?
I was about to say, yeah, your girlfriend would probably like it if you want to watch it with
Okay.
her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is very nerdy, you know? Like, but I think anybody would enjoy it if you are willing to just watch like a kind of dystopian, like futuristic, near futuristic sci-fi thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got big plans for 8 years from now, apparently.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, bro. Honestly, but it's kind of like real though at the same time too. Like you could see a lot of this just being like a step in one direction or the other. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, well,
But obviously, like comically exaggerated too, like in a like biodome kind of way. You know what I mean?
okay,
Like-
yeah. No, that makes sense. So what have you been playing though? Let's get into the games.
Yeah. I've really been focusing my time on like 2 main games. I've been playing Mass Effect 3 and Marvel Midnight Suns. So,
Marvel Midnight Suns, is that a VR thing or
no,
what?
it's like that new game that came out that's basically like XCOM with Marvel characters.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
I got it on sale, right? So like I saw it was on sale. I had it on my wish list on Steam, and it's like one of your games on your wish list is on sale. I was like, oh, Marvel Midnight Suns, that just came out like a fucking like month ago or something. So I was like, I'll pick it up, and I got like the fucking $100 version for like $60 or something. So I was like, I felt pretty good about that. You know what I mean? So I've got like all the skins and the DLC that'll come out at some point. But the game itself is like, it's like XCOM or Fire Emblem kind of in nature, like whenever you're actually battling, but it's got like a deck building card system built into it. So it's kind of like add a little Hearthstone in there or something.
Oh, nice.
So like you draw like 5 cards per turn, and then you have like a little team of characters, and then you like attack
Actually
and
move 'em around and stuff.
based on the cards you draw. Which is, it's fun. It has like a Metal Gear Acid kind of feel to the combat, you know what I mean? And then there's like parts where you're at this school thing. I don't know if it's a school or a gothic house or something.
A mutant academy.
Yeah,
No, I'm
so
just
it's
kidding.
basically that. But like you're fucking running around Persona 5 style, fucking like Fire Emblem 3 Houses style, and you like interact with all the characters and talk to everybody. And it's kind of got like a Disney Dreamlight Valley look to everything. It's really weird. Like
Oh,
I don't know.
That is strange.
But it's like, it sounds strange, but then like add just like fucking ray traced fucking ambient occlusion over everything. It's really strange, man. The whole game is strange, but it's also really fun. I don't know how to explain it. It's one that, it's like when I want to turn my brain off, I kind of go to that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just
Because
a
it's like-
good old time waster.
It's really easy to play and digest, and like you don't have to even hear it because like the text is really big and stuff. Even on the Steam Deck, it's like easy to see the fucking text you're reading and shit. So you can
Oh, so
like,
you're playing it on the Steam Deck. You're not even going mobile.
I alternate between both. So like
okay.
sometimes I'll play it on the Steam Deck, sometimes I'll play it on the big screen. That's one thing I really do like about the Steam Deck, is it's pretty seamless. Like just you can turn off the Steam Deck and just pop it up on the big screen almost immediately. You know what I mean? You can even play from your computer and stream it to the Steam Deck if you want to play at like max settings on your Steam
Yeah.
Deck. You know what I mean?
It's pretty cool.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing. I've been playing Mass Effect 3 also, and I don't really remember the story for Mass Effect 3 that much, you know? Like, I played it a long time ago.
Yeah, everybody was pissed about the ending, I
I
remember.
think I was drinking a lot or something whenever I was, like, playing it back in the day, because I don't remember fucking anything about Mass Effect 3. Like,
Well, it's also been forever. I mean, like,
I'm really enjoying it right now, though. Also, I think maybe there's a lot of DLC that they included in the
missed.
Legendary Edition that I missed. That like is kind of seamlessly like incorporated into the game that I'm playing. Because a lot of this feels like shit I've never even experienced at all before, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because didn't they patch out the ending or something? The original
They
ending.
added like an extended prologue or something like
Yeah,
that.
to be like, actually, this is what happened.
So I don't
Yeah.
know. I know a lot of people were really mad about the original ending, but I'm excited to see how it goes because so far I'm really liking it. I actually like the weapon system a lot more than the Mass Effect 2 because Mass Effect 2 you have to like 3D print your own weapons and like fabricate everything by mining for resources and stuff. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. In fucking Mass Effect 3, it's back to the way Mass Effect 1 was, kind of, where you can, like, buy all your weapons at the stores and stuff. It makes finding a store feel a lot more meaningful out in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I really enjoy Mass Effect 3 and Marvel Midnight Suns, so that'll probably keep me occupied until fucking Dead Space comes out later this month. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that is coming out this month.
We got a lot of stuff coming out after, like, from Dead Space on, it's just going down, you know?
Hopefully, I mean, there's like little gaps in between, but we do have to hit the end of this month, and then I think next month, right, we get the Harry Potter game,
Yeah, I think that's like towards the end of the
or is that
month?
March? Yeah,
No, we get it in February for sure. We get Harry Potter next month, and then we get the PSVR 2 next month, and a bunch of
Damn.
shit. Like,
So you're going PSVR 2, not Harry Potter, right off the bat.
I might get both of them.
Oh shit,
but
bro!
I'll probably spend my time playing with my PSVR 2. You know what I mean? Like,
Might as well grab the PSVR 2 and then wait a little bit, then grab the Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going anywhere, and I don't think it's. I think it'll blow up, like initially.
Harry Potter.
I think it's gonna be popular for like the first like day, and then only the real like, fans and like people who enjoy the game will stick around for it after that. I really do think it's gonna be like that. I don't know why. It's just like like something inside of me is telling me this. It's like I'm having a vision, like a That's So Raven type situation. It's the future I can see. And so like, only for this, I have this feeling that it's not going to be like, I feel like the game's going to be perfect, but only to people who want that kind of game.
Yeah.
So like people who, I feel like it's going to have very Elden Ring type feels to it. So like people like that are gonna like it, and then it's not gonna hit on like the mass like level where like everybody enjoys fucking Call of Duty or whatever. It's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be like, oh shit, this is way too RPG for me, and like people are gonna back out. And so
I can't wait.
I can't wait either, and that's why I'm excited. I'm hoping it's like that actually, because I want that feel. I don't want to go in and feel like, oh, they made this for everybody. No, I want it to be made for like hardcore fucking gamers, dude.
To me, I just like the main thing I care about, as stupid as this sounds, but like I want like a grand sense of exploration.
Yes.
I want to be able to explore every little nook and cranny of Hogwarts. I want to really feel like I'm like lost in the castle exploring.
Yeah, and I want things to make sense. I want like little details to be there. I'll just go ahead and jump into what I've been playing to kind of show you what I'm talking about, kind of do a parallel here, but like I've been playing the shit out of Pokemon, but like how whenever you go to like breed Pokemon, like if you hand
the new Pokemon,
like if you hand them like a certain thing, it helps with like holding certain traits to then pass down. Like the little details are like, oh, well, I got a bunch of eggs that I want to hatch. If you put a Pokemon that has the ability, like a fire Pokemon, in your party with the other eggs, it'll hatch faster. Yeah, it's like those little things that's what makes a game feel real to me. Not real, obviously, because it's not realistic, but it's real because in that world, they paid attention to every little detail.
Yeah.
Like things that you would never think of.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
that's what makes the Last of Us game so good. I feel like Last of Us 2 specifically, there's so many little bitty baby details that they've added that are just freaking awesome. the way like the snow falls off the trees and like your just everything, every little. And same with Red Dead 2. They really focus good on the details with like the horse balls and shit. You know?
Yeah. Dude, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Just like pay attention to the details, hide things, make things like mysterious.
Yes. I love a good like go behind the waterfall. You find a big cave. Oh
Yes,
gosh.
especially
That's what Elden Ring did well.
Very well.
Like you'd find a little inconspicuous looking little hole in the ground, and it would take you to just this other world.
Yeah,
know
and then
what
you
I
want to
mean?
tell
Like,
everybody about it, and they're like, "Oh, you mean this place?" And it's like, "No, I've never seen that place." And it's like everybody had their own, like, even though everybody had the same world, it felt like everybody had a different experience, like going through the first time because
Yeah.
everybody went a different path or like chose some.
I love
so
games
good.
like that. I love
Mhm.
games that just make you want to explore. That's why I'm so hyped for Starfield. Or is it Starfield? Starfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking excited about.
I
Starfield.
hope Starfield lives up to that, dude.
I feel so confident about Starfield.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
The way like they're standing behind it, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be so good.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, I'm Captain Xbox over here, so like I'm really hoping that's the case. I mean, but no, back to Pokemon real quick though, just on what I was playing. Dude, I've been playing the shit out of Pokemon.
Yeah.
How many? What's your Pokedex looking like right now?
I think I'm at like 2 something.
Do something. Okay, I'm trying to fucking finish it.
We could probably do a little trade and like
Yeah,
help each other out.
we definitely need to do that because
But I don't have any of the Scarlet ones. You know what I mean?
Wait. Oh yeah, I've got Violet as well.
Yeah.
Aaron has Scarlet though, so like I've been playing
Yeah.
with Aaron, but he just finished the game, so like now we'll be able to go to the Area Zero. Like if you play co-op with other people,
You can't go to Area Zero and like you can't go to somebody else's Area
No?
Zero. Yeah, I've tried. I tried to go to.
Damn.
I tried to bring my buddy who has Scarlet into my Area Zero, and like it just took him to his Area Zero, and like we couldn't see each other. And it was
That's
stupid.
garbage. Because I know, like in the main world, if you walk around with each other in co-op, you see
can
each
see
other's
each other,
Pokemon.
yeah.
No, not just each other. Like the Pokemon from Violet will appear in Scarlet, and like basically,
yeah,
you'll both see each
you
other's
can't
Pokemon.
go to their Area Zero though. At least not in my experience. And I was on Wi-Fi, like
Yeah, it wasn't just
the
local.
guy, Yeah.
Yeah,
And maybe it works better on local, is my point. I don't know.
gotcha.
But from my experience, it won't let you, which is kind of a bummer.
It's like why that like
Yeah, right?
place of all
Like-
places? Because that's where all the fucking
That's
Paradox
where you wanna
Pokemon
go,
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've got like 340 or something. I'm
You're
almost there. Yeah.
I think like 30 of the Pokemon are like version specific.
Yeah. So and I've got a lot of them, and I got me a Saraluge or whatever, like the 2-blade arm
Oh,
guy
yeah,
with bitter blade or whatever.
Yeah, I
and
got him too. Bitterblade is a cold ass move.
It is.
It's so good.
I fucking once I got him though, I went and got a Ditto.
Who's your
and,
starter?
Fuecoco.
Fuecoco?
Yeah,
Bro, I'll tell you the most OP move in the whole game is fucking Sprigatito's fucking like move he gets, Flower Trick.
Oh really?
Flower Trick is an automatic critical hit every time you do it.
Damn.
Like, and it does 70 base damage or something like that. So it just fucking melts people, bro. Like,
That's some bullshit.
It is some bullshit, bro. And I think it automatically hits every time or something like that. It's like super, super OP. Like,
So the only thing is like whenever you play online, it's typically I guess it's you have the option now to go between doubles or single,
yeah, yeah.
And so like if you're doing doubles, that it might not be too helpful, especially like the Saraluge. One of my attacks prevents priority attacks. So like if that attack is a priority or like has more speed, my attack will go first. So like and then I'll fuck you up because I've got Sword Dance or whatever and then bitter blade. But he's also a shiny and like perfect. I fucking went and like
You find him naturally?
no, I fucking
Oh,
like
you
I got him in
bred
a
him?
Ditto and then I just like ate the perfect sandwich or whatever for leveling up for eggs or whatever. And so like they basically made like 20 or 30 eggs in one thing, like, in like 30 minutes. I just had to keep checking the basket.
Yeah.
And then I would just put them over and then ride around in a circle, like in laps until it hatched. And I just got super lucky that on the 10th one, it was a fucking shiny.
Oh, that's
So he has
sick.
like blue flames coming out of his eyes instead of the.
That's sick.
Yeah, and I was like, hell yeah! And then I went and I just hyper trained him and like got his IVs up
Oh,
and
fuck
then
yeah,
like
dude.
fucking changed his what's it called, the not the personality, the I changed it
The
to
IVs or whatever.
no the IVs and like their personality. I forget what it's called.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but basically
Their
changed that
nature.
to where nature. I changed it to like a basically attack focused, or like because he's a blade, so it's like normal attack. So he's pretty fucking OP right
That's
now.
so cool, bro.
Yeah, and it's fun doing the raids though as well. I feel like the raids are fun.
The raids are fun, yeah.
Have you got to the 6-star ones yet?
Yeah, I've done a few with like my friends. I haven't done the like little tournament at the school yet or whatever.
Oh, I did
so
that.
it won't let me do them in my game, but I've jumped in other people's 6-star raids and.
You should just go beat that just so you can 100%.
No, yeah,
the,
I need to. I'm
game.
just being lazy,
Yeah. I get you've probably moved on. Yeah, now that you got your deck.
Yeah,
So
a little bit.
you got to do what you got to do.
Gotta do what I gotta do.
No, I feel that. But enough about Pokemon. I could talk about it all night.
Is that all you've been playing?
That's that and Warzone, obviously.
I've been playing a little Fortnite lately, dude.
Really, I've seen a lot of people have been back on that for some
It's
reason.
kind of dope. Okay, so they've got the Unreal 5 engine update on there, and it's got like lumen enhanced global illumination and like ray tracing, and like it's fucking impressive as fuck.
Really?
Yeah, like that Unreal 5 demo back in the day whenever they were first showing it
Yeah,
off, and there's
in the
like
desert.
rocks and stuff everywhere, and the lighting is really impressive. It looks like that, but like Fortnite.
Cartoony, though.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it's really impressive. Like the way the light comes through the windows and stuff, and like leaves shadows. It's impressive.
It's
I mean,
the future.
I can't say it enough. Like I can't wait for more developers to really implement that shit into their games. Because Fortnite's probably been working that shit into their game since way before
Forever.
they like announced Unreal 5. So other developers probably need more time to really like make their game. But like I'm
Also,
excited
it's probably more
to see what people can do. And the thing is, what really makes it exciting to me is the fact that they can do all the ray tracing stuff at like the PS5's level and still hit the stable 4K 60 FPS. You know what I
Damn.
mean? Like, I really think that this is how we're going to get that next level, like, ray tracing and shit. And honestly, for computers and stuff, like, it's going to be fucking overkill. I mean, once, like, games switch over to Unreal 5 and, like, the system requirements get less demanding, you're going to have these 4090s playing fucking shit at, like, 8K fucking ray tracing. It's going to be stupid. Like,
I'm really surprised that people haven't been posting videos of, like, Fortnite's like graphics and stuff. Every time I see a clip, it just looks like normal Fortnite. Like I don't ever see people posting like clips of like fucking phenomenal Unreal Engine graphics Fortnite.
Go on YouTube and like look up like comparison videos. It's fucking wild. You'll have people go in like the same room, and like don't get me wrong, normal Fortnite still looks fine,
Yeah, but it just looks
but
like a
you'll see
normal
like
game.
the little shader go across the screen, and it'll go from like a kind of like a white room to like just this like orange glow on the wall from like the sand reflecting in through the windows and shit. Like it's crazy how much of a difference it makes. And like the ambient occlusion is different too. So like things that didn't have depth before have like these darker shadows and stuff, and they look more like 3D and pronounced. Like the fucking like bricks and stuff on the walls have more like depth to them and tessellation and shit.
Doesn't
like,
just look like a texture slapped onto
Yeah.
something.
It's crazy, in my opinion, how much of a difference it makes. You know what I mean? And it's probably even better on the Series X, honestly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny that like that's the game, like the most cartoony game of all time is the one that they're like putting all this like hyper realistic like shit onto. I want to see what that would look like on like Red Dead.
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh my gosh.
Like it would just be like you're just actually walking through a fucking.
Well, I'm thinking
Wild
Unreal
West.
5. In the next year or two, we'll start seeing games come out in Unreal 5, and then we won't stop seeing them. You know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I
I'm
mean?
sure.
And I think people will utilize that technology pretty handsomely. You know?
Oh
what I mean?
yeah, yeah. That Russian game that's coming out. I always forget what it's called. The one that looks like BioShock.
Oh, Atomic Heart.
Yeah, that looks like it's on Unreal 5, even though I know it's not.
It looks beautiful.
It looks
you know
so
what
beautiful.
is coming out on Unreal 5 at some point? I don't know if it's coming out anytime soon, but the next Layers of Fear game is going to be made entirely in Unreal 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if anything, that should be like a visual showcase. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's get into the video game news. Just so you guys know, we are using articles from the gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the articles as our own. We're simply bringing them all here to give our thoughts on them, and so you don't have to go research. We did it for you.
I'm glad we finally got some news this week.
I honestly didn't find much, but I've got some.
I got more than last week.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Last week we had like one article. But yeah, so do you want to start or what? It doesn't matter.
I can kick it off. Let's
All right.
see. All right, let's see. The Xbox Series S will receive its second price hike in India in just 6 months, and third overall, just days ahead of pre-orders reopening. Media analyst Rishi Alwana posted on Twitter that the Xbox Series S will get a price hike to Rs $39,990, approximately $485
For the S?
Yeah, for the S.
What's going on in India over
I
there?
don't know. In the U.S., the Series S retails for $300.
Yeah, that's damn.
Pre-orders start on January 10th. Reasons for the price hike are unknown and could be a result of low sales in India or the waning power of Indian rupee against the U.S. dollar. According to another report from Alwani, Rockstar opted not to release the Xbox Series X port of Grand Theft Auto 5 in India. Back in August 2022, Xbox Series S had already received a price hike in India to around $462. Also in August, Sony raised PS5 prices across markets. Shortly after, Microsoft released a statement claiming that they had no current plans to raise the prices on Xbox consoles. Clearly, this statement was not meant for India.
Yeah.
In September 2022, Phil Spencer reaffirmed that Microsoft had no plans to raise console prices. However, in December 2022, Microsoft announced that it would be raising the price for first-party games from $60 to $70, which is industry standard at this point. I think people should just get used to that.
Also, it's like if you have Game Pass, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't even apply.
No.
Just get Game Pass. Whether the increased prices in India forebode any changes in other markets is mere speculation. My question is, how much is the Series X going for down there?
It's got to be like $1,000.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot.
But that's the in India, also like, dude, whenever I went to India's not the Middle East, but whenever I went to the Middle East, they were still playing on like a PlayStation, like PlayStation 1. Like they were,
Damn.
Yeah, like the Middle East is not caught up in any way with gaming and stuff like that, and I think it's just cultural and like religious stuff, and then also the state of the country's economy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna see somebody, I mean, I'm sure you will, like in Dubai, like sure you'll see a shit ton of people playing modern consoles, but like you go outside of Dubai, you're not going to see that. Like you can literally find people living in fucking like sand like huts and shit. Like I'm not even kidding.
Oh,
like
no, I believe it.
yeah, it's
fun.
like limestone bricks or whatever type of bricks they got out there, just like built up.
One of those places that's not like in a I think it was Cuba or someplace like that. Recently, just got like trade laws in a way where they can actually get modern consoles, and for like 20 years they didn't have fucking like anything. They were like on Super Nintendo or some shit. Like,
they're fucking back there playing FIFA 2000, dude. That's like all they want to play everywhere else besides here is FIFA.
Yeah.
Like even like in Jordan, that's what they were playing on their PlayStation 1 was just fucking
imagine
FIFA.
the step up though, like when you finally manage to get
my
a
gosh.
new console and you've been playing the
Their
fucking
minds.
PS1 this whole time, like
Oh yeah. And I'm sure mobile gaming has made it more prevalent though, like to where they don't need consoles because they can just hop on and play Fortnite on their phones.
Yeah,
but
especially if it's compared to your PS1. You probably,
like what the fuck is this thing
hard,
for? Yeah, but yeah,
they probably even have the sports games you want on the phone and stuff.
Oh yeah. Nowadays.
These days.
Anyway, so this is by Victoria Kennedy over at Eurogamer.net. Last week, hold on. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to read it as her. Last week, I detailed some of the small deviations HBO's adaptation of The Last of Us is making from the game. However, over the weekend, a fairly big change came to light. In HBO's take on the series, the cordyceps infection will not be spread by spores in the air. Rather, it will be able to spread by tendrils that can become a network that is interconnected.
What?
Yeah. During an interview with Collider, co-creators Neil Druckmann and Craig Mazin spoke more about pandemics generally and how the infection would be depicted in the show. Quote, it was ... important for us to acknowledge that the audience is smarter about pandemics than they were 5 years ago, Mason stated. We don't want to pretend that they don't know things, he said. A lot of the reason this show begins the way it does with that scene in the 60s, likely the scene shown in a now deleted behind-the-scenes video, which depicted a talk show discussing infection, is to say, quote, look, the context is there are viral pandemics and they are quite dangerous, but there's something out there that's worse. And it may sound funny to you, but let me explain why. And then you start to realize, oh, that's not good. And also, it's been there all along. So when the outbreak happens, it's not happening suddenly or capriciously. It's finally happening. It was always going to happen. We just happened to be there today to see it. I have no idea what anything he was just saying means. But Druckmann
Is he
then...
saying it's like dormant in our bodies and fucking
I don't...
just came to life one day? I don't know. I don't like that as much as spores. Fucking
no, it makes it less scary.
Yeah, the spore thing is scary because it's like
it's in the air.
It could happen so fast, you know.
Yeah.
Suddenly you see spores, you're like, oh shit, I got to get a gas mask on. Your gas mask breaks. It's like, oh shit, I'm fucked. You know.
Maybe they didn't want to have to write scenarios around gas masks.
Maybe they didn't want to shoot with gas mask covering the face up half the time. I don't know.
Druckmann then went on to address how the infection will spread in the show, stating the team did not want to have the cast wearing gas masks like we see at certain points in the game. There we go. Elaborating on this point, Druckmann said this eventually led to the idea of using quote-unquote tendrils instead of spores in the air. Quote, and then just thinking about how there's a passage that happens from one infected to another.
What does that even mean? Is like fucking little tentacles going to come out of their head and suck on your face? Like what?
I don't know. It says that happens and like fungus does, it could become a network that is interconnected. It became very scary to think that they're all working against us in this unified way, which was a concept that I really liked that got developed in the show, he stated.
So they're like a hive mind in the show?
I guess.
I don't like that.
It says in the game you encounter spores and you need to put a gas mask on. In the world that we're creating with the show, if we put spores in the air, it would be pretty clear that they would spread around everywhere and everybody would have to wear a mask at all times and probably everybody would be completely infected by that point.
No, because they explain it in the game. Fucking the spores are only around the fucking areas that are
where they're at.
Where they're like, yeah, where they're fucking infected or like staying and stuff because they leave this like shit on the walls. Like,
yeah. So we challenged ourselves to come up with an interesting new way for the fungus to spread, but mostly I think we just connected with the soul and spirit of the game.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, man.
Okay.
This is giving me less and less hope for this.
It says, however, while these tendrils will be new in terms of being a final edit, they do make an appearance in The Last of Us original concept art. A Reddit post from I Miss Breaking Bad showing this artwork reveals that tendrils in this case were imagined to, quote, slither along the ground looking for hosts. Oh, that's going to be dumb.
That's going to be really dumb.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, that's going to be whack.
Or if they just shoot little slugs all over your face to fucking change, like, bro.
I imagine it's
and
gonna be
then,
like
the whole point of like she got bit. Like that's the whole point of the story is that Ellie's been bitten and that she's not changing. Like I Am Legend,
like
style,
everybody else.
You know what I mean? Fucking.
I have a feeling she's gonna get like touched by a tendril or something. It's basically the tendrils are gonna. I feel like it's gonna be like what's that movie? Why can't I remember this now? The board game. Jumanji, where like the vines like came crawling out of the shit. Dude, that's gonna be whack if they do it like that.
So whack.
But
hey, you know what doesn't look whack? Total left turn here, but have you seen the trailer for the new Evil Dead movie, bro?
I have not watched the trailer. Hans was telling me it looks good.
Oh man, it looks really good.
Really?
Yeah, check out the Red Band trailer for Evil Dead Rise, bro. It looks fucking crazy.
Is it coming to theaters or is it going to streaming?
It's coming to theaters in August or something, so it'll be a minute.
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
Looks really, really good.
Yeah, I'm still gonna watch this. I still want to see what happens. I'm very interested. But the moment I see some Jumanji shit happening, I'm probably gonna back out. It's like,
No, for real, yeah.
like,
I'm definitely gonna check it out. You know.
yeah, still gotta see. But everything else looks amazing. Like, I don't know why they're like, how about we
And
just
it's
fuck
like-
up one thing?
It's like, is the gas mask really that big of a deal? We already know Pedro Pascal can do a mask acting because he just did fucking Mandalorian. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, throw him in a fucking mask. It doesn't matter.
And we
You
know what he
I
looks
mean?
like.
Yeah, like.
We also know what the new Ellie looks like. It's not like it just doesn't make any sense.
And it's like, are we worried about seeing their face? Because you can get those like in the game, they have these gas masks that are
like
like
clear.
fucking clear glass. Like you can
Yeah.
see their face if you got the right kind of gas mask. I don't know,
Or
man.
just don't make them walk through those clusters all the time. Like,
yeah, like
stupid.
stupid.
It is kind of dumb, but that's the only bad thing I've heard so far from this show. Maybe it won't be that bad, So
If that's like,
it's
look,
a pretty big part
I'm
of it.
okay with you changing a few things, a couple story beats, but that's pushing it. That's like the
Yeah.
whole like mechanics of the infection. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways,
All right, what you got?
let's see. I'm not gonna read the whole article, but the Steam Deck's getting an update pretty soon, where you can like download games to your computer, right? And then through a LAN network, you can download the file from your computer to your Steam Deck. So you can like basically transfer the files wirelessly to your Steam Deck.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Download it like 5 times faster than if you were to get it off the internet. You know what I mean?
Interesting. I think I understand. I don't understand the
So,
technology
say the
there,
game
but
is already in your Steam library. This doesn't exist yet. This is something
okay,
that's coming
okay.
in a future update. But like, say you have a game already downloaded on your PC on your Steam
Yeah.
library, you can have like your Steam Deck sitting there in the same room with it, like hooked up to a fucking LAN cable. I think maybe your computer needs to be hooked up.
oh,
to a LAN
okay. I
cable.
thought you meant wirelessly. My bad.
I think
didn't
it
hear
is
that part.
wirelessly. Like, so basically, fucking, it's gonna transfer the info through Wi-Fi to your Steam Deck, but instead of like, it would be like, the data transfer is gonna be way faster because it's not gonna be capped by your like internet speed. It's just
Oh.
gonna be fucking blasting the fucking shit through the air to your
Gotcha.
Steam Deck a lot faster than it would if you were just downloading it from online.
That's
You know
pretty
what I mean?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to have your game on both your computer and your Steam Deck, it might be the way to do it. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
For sure. So apparently, Kerbal Space Program and Shadow Tactics, Aiko's Choice, are both free until January 12th on Epic Games Store.
Yeah.
Wait, January 12th. That's gonna be like, that's coming quick. But the next free ones,
First Class Trouble.
yeah, First Class Trouble will be available from January 12th until January 19th.
That was free on PS5 a while back.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a very good game.
Yeah, it's basically an Among Us ripoff, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Well,
You know,
free is free.
Epic Game Store does give away some good stuff, though. Like, on Christmas, I think they gave away, like, Dishonored or something like that. So, they've been giving away some good stuff.
Well, before you go on to the next thing, I will say that there's also. Did you know that Amazon Prime gives away free games?
Yeah,
Like
I did
every
know
month?
that.
I did not
through,
know
through
that.
Twitch or something, right?
Well, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can go to like Prime Gaming or whatever and just sign in with your Prime account, and you can just claim the games. Like, and you don't have. It's just like the Epic Game Store. If you claim them, you own them.
Oh, that's cool.
So like, they have Dishonored 2 and what was it? There was another big game on there right now, and I can't even remember what it was. But there's a couple big games, including like all the Metal Slug games are on there, and some other stuff.
Oh, I
so
love that.
yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, I know they give away a lot at one time, too. Like, they'll give
Mhm.
away, like, 10 at a time. Fucking.
Yep.
All right, let's see. During the Sony CES 2023 press conference, Sony Interactive Entertainment Chairman Jim Ryan announced Project Leonardo, a new accessibility controller kit for PlayStation 5. I won't go into a bunch of details, but basically it's PlayStation's version of Xbox's adaptive controller. You can pair it with another adaptive controller, or you can pair it with a normal controller, or you can just use it by itself. Like it's basically like a guitar pedal with buttons. So like you could have like a normal controller and like say you don't have like a thumb on this hand or something, you could like map the X, Y, X triangle, circle, square buttons to like, you know, a foot
For your
pedals.
foot.
Yeah, and then you could hold it like this and still do everything, you know what I mean, but like be hitting the buttons with your foot. Or, you know, whatever
Whatever
kinda
your
thing
situation
is. Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
like you could it's like a big ring, right? And it's got all the buttons and like a pedal-y type thing, so you could bop it, you know what I mean, if you had to.
It's kind of cool.
It's really neat. It's very versatile looking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't imagine you could like have it kind of rigged up to where like if say you you know, actually I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to let people figure it out because it's
it
like
looked like you could get really creative with it.
Yeah.
It could accommodate whatever kind of weird situation you got going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and even between the Sony and Xbox beef, you know, Xbox did come out and like congratulate them on the controller. They were like, "Yo, that's dope." They're like, it's a nice little setup.
I mean, even if you weren't disabled, you could have like a a button on your foot and just be like hitting some like, you know, if you were just like a super pro gamer and just wanted to cheat basically, you know what I mean? You could hit crouch with your foot, you know what I mean, or something.
Or maybe like you're faster with your foot than you are with your, you know, that. I mean, hey, it could work.
Yeah, you could figure something out.
But okay, so let's see what else.
Or you could drive with it. You could hit it like a gas pedal and like do like the the car with your.
Oh, that would be cool.
You know?
Actually, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, so you might see people, you know, that aren't, you know, necessarily needing it, getting it just to do it for things like that, more immersive. But let's see. So a new Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 Resurgence map may come out as early as next season, according to new leaks. Resurgence is a game mode in Warzone in which players can respawn for most of the game if at least one of their squad mates is alive. Thanks to an insider gaming report, we know that a leak was revealed this past December that showcased Call of Duty World at War's Castle map. The report explains that two sources have confirmed that a Resurgence map will be coming in Season 2, but nothing has been officially confirmed. It's worth noting that Resurgence mode hasn't been playable. Call of Duty Warzone was brought... What? It's worth noting that Resurgence mode hasn't been playable in Call of Duty Warzone, was brought back as Call of Duty... Maybe they meant to put since Call of Duty Warzone was brought back as Call of Duty Warzone Caldera in late November. Okay, yeah, that's what they meant to put. So basically, in addition to the castle maps being leaked, it was also revealed that Ronin, a playable operator in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, will also be returning. Although Season 2 of Call of Duty Warzone 2 doesn't have an official date yet, it's presumed it'll start after Season 1 ends on February 1st. So it's pretty close. I'm excited for Resurgence. I love a good Resurgence.
Yeah. The resurgence of research.
Yeah, dude.
All right, let's see. Cyberpunk 2077's class action lawsuit from its investors has reached a settlement.
Nice.
CD Projekt Red will pay out $1.85 million to its plaintiffs. Back in 2020.
How many plaintiffs though?
It's a lot, so probably not gonna get a whole bunch of money.
Get like $10 each.
It says that let's see, eligible class members are defined as any investor who purchased a CD Projekt Red stock between January 16, 2020 and December 17, 2020. So that's not a huge window. Basically, all of 2020. So if you invested in CD Projekt Red in 2020, you're getting a payout of the $1.85 million, which could be, it might be a okay amount
you might get
of
a couple
money.
hundred.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I wouldn't be mad if I, you know.
No. And you still got the stock. You know?
So there you go.
Nice. So this is by Eddie McCooch over at GameSpot. The upcoming Assassin's Creed TV series for Netflix has lost its showrunner due to a, quote, difference in vision for the project. It was big news in 2022 when Die Hard and The Fugitive writer Jeb Stewart came aboard the Assassin's Creed series, but now he's leaving. Despite leaving the project, Stewart said he has faith that the show will be great. He explained to Collider why he is leaving. Quote, I think it was a little bit of a move of executives from LA to London, and it allowed the London group, who unfortunately had to inherit my vision of what it was instead of getting to develop their own vision, Stewart said. So I think that's fair. I know it's going to be great whenever it comes out. I think the Ubisoft guys are fantastic. I think it's a terrific franchise. It was just a good mutual time to move on for both sides. So that doesn't really make any sense to me.
No, it's gonna be trash.
Yeah, I mean, also, I think from the get-go this was going to be trash. But it's Netflix, so maybe it could be okay. Maybe they'll pull it off somehow.
Possibly?
I don't know. I mean, their whole Witcher thing where, like, they just showed off Liam Hemsworth as the Witcher, and it's weird.
Is it Is it bad?
It just...
Have we seen a real footage of him as the Witcher? Like,
No, they just showed, like, a picture, like a poster-type picture.
was it, like, photoshopped, or was it, like, actually...
Yeah, it was like the Photoshop, like, nice, like, no, it was like a legit one that they put
okay.
out, like the Netflix put out, like, to show him off. But, like, you know, so it was like him, like, and he's just like looking off into the distance, and like it just looks like a weird, like, I don't know how to explain
That's
it.
really weird. Yeah.
It's like, okay, it's just it doesn't look right. But anyways, Brent, what you got?
All right, let's see. I won't even go into detail on this, but at CES, which is where a lot of my news comes from this week, AMD has announced a new CPU. So they got the 7300, no, I'm sorry, the 7000X3D series of CPUs. So get ready, because I think they're like the best CPUs in the world. I don't know.
Currently,
Yeah,
I mean, this,
yeah, at the current time.
give it another year,
you know?
and then yeah, they'll be.
Let's see. Some of them have. Let's see. One of them has 12 cores, 24 threads. One of them has 16 cores, 32 threads. You know, a lot of threads, a lot of cores. You know what I mean?
Call them creds.
A lot of creds.
A lot of
you
creds here, dude.
know? Anyways.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I don't think anybody's ever gonna need that much,
No.
you know, for anything ever.
No, but if you want a really dope CPU, and you know AMD is affordable. I think the most expensive CPU they've ever put out is like $500 or something.
Yeah.
So you know you could have a real nice CPU over there.
and I'm sure you'll need this nicer one whenever they start dropping their new, you know,
That new
graphics
shit,
cards.
yeah.
So, oh, go
And
ahead.
I can keep going. Let's see. If you're a serious Forza Horizon fan and still in need of an Xbox Series X console, Xbox is releasing an Xbox Series X Forza Horizon 5 bundle for $560.
There's no reason to buy a Xbox bundle ever.
That's what I'm saying, and especially with Forza Horizon 5, like an old ass game. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love Forza Horizon 5.
Me too.
But let me tell you what the bundle includes. The set includes an Xbox Series X,
Okay.
a wireless controller,
Okay.
Forza Horizon 5 Premium Edition,
All right.
the Hot Wheels expansion,
Okay.
VIP Pass, whatever that means,
Sure.
Car Pass, whatever that means,
Oh.
Welcome Pack, whatever
Ooh.
that means, and a future second expansion.
Okay.
Pre-orders are live at Microsoft Store. So you're basically
I guess
buying
that's
it
all
so
right.
you get a bunch of DLC for Forza Horizon
Which is
5.
actually, I guess, worth it because each of those DLCs are $20. So, like,
Yeah.
you know, by the time, like, you get the third DLC, you'll have bought a whole new game, like, on top of...
Yeah, and if you're just a big Forza Horizon 5 fan, it can't hurt to just have the game, you know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
with all that extra shit.
yeah, with all that extra
Because, like,
shit.
the Game Pass version does not have any of that.
No.
So...
Yeah.
But I mean, or you could just buy an Xbox and then get Game
Get Game
Pass.
Pass,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like they should just bundle like 2 years of Game Pass in there.
Yeah, I'd rather have that,
Me
honestly.
too.
Yeah.
But okay, so Evan Campbell over at GameSpot says a new tease popped up over the holidays, possibly pointing to Metroid Prime information surfacing soon.
Oh, no.
Though, keep in mind, there have been rumors about a remastered trilogy for the Samus Aran series for years now. So take the following with a grain of salt.
It's not rumors. Nintendo put a fucking thing up at one point, and they're like, Metroid Prime, we're doing the shit. And then they never mentioned it again for, like, years.
Oh yeah. Well, that they restarted it. Remember?
Oh,
Because
okay.
They started the game and then they completely restarted the game from
Well,
the
it's not
beginning.
like baseless rumors, I guess,
No,
is
no.
my point. You know?
Yeah. well, this is like the rumor is that they're gonna show it off this year,
Okay.
or put it out. I don't know because it says a gaming leaks and rumors moderator via Insider Gaming posted that a quote verified leaker direct messaged them quote Do you think everyone is primed and ready? Reddit user Sephiromancer added that this same person teased The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom's title before it was officially announced. So the person has some cred. Now, this cryptic message could go in a couple of different directions. For starters, Metroid Prime 4 was announced over 5 years ago. Developer Retro Studios overtook development in early 2019. Since then, it's been close to radio silence, even though people have expected news is coming.
It's about time.
Yeah. There also have been rumors for years of a remastered Metroid Prime trilogy. In fact, GameSpot's sister site, Giant Bomb, reported that the original Metroid Prime was planned to release on Nintendo Switch this past holiday season to coincide with the game's 20th anniversary.
You know, I will say, I played a little bit of Metroid Prime on my Steam Deck the other day, and it holds up really well, both graphically and gameplay-wise. Like, it's surprisingly good for its time, you know?
Well, I know graphically, technically, it was one of the best graphical games of that generation.
I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it looks really, really good.
That was like the last time that Nintendo cared about like keeping up with graphics. The GameCube was the most powerful, one of the. It was above PlayStation. I know that for sure. Whenever it came to graphical capabilities, they just never acted on it. The console itself was more powerful than the PS2, but
was it really?
Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
They just didn't do shit with it, like just because they're Nintendo. Like, I don't understand why they didn't. And like, it was funny because like every game they would port over to the GameCube was always like the lesser version, you know, of like the games.
No, yeah,
so,
for sure.
Such a weird thing, but and I'm gonna vet myself on that. You go ahead and read.
All right, let's see a little more CES news. According to appearing at CES 2023 this week, PlayStation boss Jim Ryan says the PlayStation 5 shortage is effectively over. People should have a, quote, much easier time finding a console at their local shops around the world, Ryan said on stage. He said, everyone who wants a PS5 should have a much easier time finding one at retailers globally, starting from this point forward. So, you know, good news for all of you out there who still haven't snagged a PS5. It sounds like now is the time. The time is nigh. Drop those paychecks, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so it says when it comes to the actual specs, the original Xbox was the most powerful with a 733 megahertz processor,
right,
leaving PS2 and GameCube in the dust, where PS2 had a 295 megahertz processor and the GameCube had a 485 megahertz processor.
So
GameCube.
That means GameCube is like significantly better.
Yeah, more powerful.
Wow.
But for some reason, they were just like, no, let's just put cartoony, shitty games
That's so
on
weird. Even the games like that would come out on both versions, like the Lord of the Rings games and stuff. There would be like a version for both of them, and like, you know, it would look.
Yeah, the GameCube. I do remember the PS2 looking kind of blurry.
Yeah.
Like whenever we would like hang out with friends who had their PS2, I would notice that it was like a little bit more blurred than the GameCube. Like, I think the resolutions were more clear, but I don't know if that was just stylistic choice of like the art. You know, because they would always go with the cel-shaded and cartoony
Some
and stuff.
games looked really good on the GameCube. Like the Tony Hawk games look just as good as any of the other platforms, I feel like, you know? Except maybe Xbox. But Xbox had a lot to work with.
Xbox was way ahead.
Yeah.
But that was the but yeah, no, Metroid Prime was supposedly the most like graphically capable game that came out that whole generation. I'm pretty sure. Like, it beats out every other game graphics wise.
I believe it too.
Yeah.
Except maybe Metroid Prime 2, which I think came out on GameCube also.
No, Metroid Prime 2 came out on Wii.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was very bad. I heard it wasn't bad. I played a little bit of it.
I was gonna say, it got good reviews, huh?
I just don't trust anything on the Wii. Like, I'm not playing a game on the Wii, dude. Can you imagine playing that whole game with fucking like just like this the whole time? I guess you could because you play VR, but like. And like, but that's more immersive. Wii's different. You're looking at this fucking 720, not even 720p. I don't think back then. You know, fucking bullshit on a flat screen, and you're just waving your arms around like a dummy.
I feel like it ended up being kind of like a light gun game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. No. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay. Another CES news. They announced that Gran Turismo 7 will be coming to PSVR 2, and not just like a little mode or anything. Like the whole entire game will be playable on PSVR 2 at launch, which is really exciting. So there's a pretty big list of games that are going to be playable at launch for PSVR 2, which is exciting.
Nice.
You know, and some of them are pretty like good games, like Resident Evil Village and Gran Turismo 7 and Horizon Call of the Wild. Still a little on the fence about Horizon Call of the Wild. Like, it looks beautiful graphically, but we'll have to see how the game, if it's actually a real game.
I
mean?
stand by my theory that that's going to be the Lynx bow hunting of VR.
My thing is, they're charging $60 for
Yeah,
it.
I know.
You know, so it's like, it seems a little like it has to at least be like game worthy in length, even if it's not like, you know what I mean?
A game.
Yeah.
That's the
Like,
problem,
you
though.
need
Do
to
you
at
want
least give
6
me-
hours of bullshit, though? Like, I mean, it
can't
might be
be-
beautiful, but, like,
It can't be 6 hours of bullshit. There's got to be more to it than
I would
that.
wait. I would get...
I'm definitely waiting. I didn't buy the bundle on purpose.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, there is a Horizon bundle that I
No.
skipped out on because I'm like,
Yeah,
like,
get
I've
fucking
already
Resident
got Resident
Evil.
Evil to hold me over. That'll keep me entertained for
A
fucking
while.
A while. I mean, it
Yeah.
took me like a week to beat Resident Evil
Yeah,
the first time I played it. You know,
So
what
by
I
the
mean?
time you beat that, there will be good reviews and, like, user reviews out
Yeah.
there. And you
I
can
know
just-
I'm gonna like Resident Evil. There's
Yeah.
no fucking question
No,
about that
yeah.
in my mind. You know,
It just ass for no reason. They like
Somehow it just
purposefully
got
mess
bad,
it up.
like-
Yeah.
they just add a bunch of bullshit into the
They
game.
add tendrils. It's like, why?
Oh.
Anyways, what else you got?
All right, NVIDIA has announced a new GeForce gaming laptops by the 40 series. So
Nice.
there's over 170 laptop models from all major manufacturers that will be gradually released starting on February 8th. The new line includes graphics cards from all across the 40 line, including 4080, 4070, 4060, 4050, and even the 4090 for the first time on a laptop. New GeForce 40 series laptops are up to 3 times more efficient than previous set of laptops power-wise. So the new 40 series graphics cards are super like power efficient for some reason. So I think that's it translates well to a laptop. You know.
Well, yeah, my little sister has like a laptop with a 3070 on it, and it's pretty dope. So, yeah, it's a 3070 or whatever the mobile version of a 3070 is.
That's a bad boy
So,
right there.
Yeah, it's great. Like you can play whatever you want on there.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
So,
I want one of those 40 series cards now, though. I've waited long enough to at this point where I'm like, I just might as well wait until they announce like a 4060 or something and go for that, you know.
oh yeah. But yeah, I'm out of news.
Oh,
You keep
sorry, I'll keep going. Let's see. Developer IO. I'm not even gonna read this whole thing. Hitman is getting rebranded, so it's no longer being called Hitman 3. It's going to be called Hitman World of Assassination.
Oh.
And it's going to encapsulate all 3 Hitman games into one game. So if you're a sucker like me who spent like hundreds of dollars buying all the Hitman games and DLC and shit, well, then you're fucking a sucker. And you should have just waited like all the other fucking people. Because now you can just buy Hitman, the World of Assassination, for $70, and you get all 3 fucking Hitman games.
Well, can you buy the third one like separately?
No, the third one is now all 3 games mixed into one game. So now you get all 3 games when you just buy the game normal.
Wait, so is the third one already out though?
Yeah, the third one's been out
Oh, okay.
for a while.
Yeah.
So, but instead of it just being Hitman 3 and then you buy DLC for Hitman 2, buy DLC for Hitman 1,
Yeah.
you know, et cetera, et cetera.
You get it all.
You just buy it and you have it. So,
Damn.
I'm real jelly. I'm a little pissed off.
Yeah, I was about to say you're like the #1 fan of 47.
I love Hitman, and I'm glad that they're doing this. I just wish they had did this before I spent fuckloads of money buying all these games. But, you know, easy come, easy go.
Yeah, that phrase works here for sure. Like it does, but I don't know how.
Yeah,
Easy
somehow.
go. Yeah, so I feel it. Like it hit me on like, yeah, that makes sense. Relatable. Anyways, you got any more?
Yeah, no, that's all the news right now.
Okay. This week's hot releases, we got 2 that are anime related.
Okay.
Not hot. I guess they're hot if you're into this, but Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is getting its next gen upgrades
Okay.
on January 13th. So it's gonna have like the ray tracing and the 60 frames and like all that shit. So
Okay.
Um,
Trace them rays, daddy boy.
yeah, and you'll have it on PS5 and Xbox Series S and X. And then we got One Piece Odyssey
Okay, there's a demo for that on PS5. I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me know how that goes.
Yeah, I don't know anything about One Piece, so I probably won't appreciate it, you know?
Yeah, One Piece is just too much for me. But it's coming out January 11th. And that's coming to everything, including next-gen consoles or current-gen if you're, living here in 2023.
In the current.
Yeah, if you're living in the current. But anyways, so yeah, that's it. That's the hot releases, bro. There's nothing else coming out this week, or at least in the next 7 days. I guess it's a week, but
man, at the end of the month, we just have to wait till the end of the month, and then we get Dead Space. That's the only thing I'm excited about this month, and it doesn't come out until like the 27th or some shit. So
when do you get your PSVR?
Next month, February 22nd is when it's released, I believe. So like
you gotta wait a whole month.
Yeah.
Plus like however long it takes for them to ship it out to you, or
well,
what?
I think they're gonna okay. So from what I understand, like me pre-ordering it has made it to where it should get to my house on the day of release.
Nice.
Like, you know what I mean? So on the fucking 22nd, I'm expecting.
You gonna wake up, Santa's gonna be
Yeah,
there,
bro,
dude.
you
Hell
know.
yeah.
But I gotta make sure I have enough because they didn't charge me for it. I pre-ordered it, ready to pay for it and everything, and they're like, "Oh, well, they didn't say anything. They just were like, congratulations, you pre-ordered it,' and then they didn't take any money out of my account. And so I'm like, okay, well, I guess they'll just charge me whenever they.
Hopefully
send it.
so.
Well,
yeah.
I looked into it, and the email is like, we'll charge you when we send the PSVR. I'm like, well, fuck you guys. You know, it'd be a lot easier. My life would be a lot easier if you guys would just charge me now.
Yeah, so I'm not sitting here looking at this money, thinking about like, oh man, should I go back on this? Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So Brent, do you got any trivium for us?
I do have some trivium. All right, prepare yourself.
We should play some trivia.
All right, check it out. I got 2 triviums for you. Okay? One of them is multiple choice. One of them you just gotta know the answer. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
All right. So the first one, in the game Mass Effect 1.
Shit.
The Citadel Council has 3 races in charge of the politics of the galaxy. Excuse me.
I don't see race.
Just kidding. What are the 3 races? And this is the multiple choice one, so get ready.
Okay, thank you.
You at least have a 1 in 4 chance here. So is it A, Hanar, Human, and Elcor? B, Batarians, Drell, and Geth? C, Quarians, Volus, and Krogans? Or D, Solarians, Turians, and Asari?
It's D.
It is D.
Yeah.
Good job.
I remember Asari.
Hey, there you go.
I was waiting. I was like, one of them will stick out.
Yeah.
But the Geth one almost got me because I was like, what is that?
These are all real races from Mass Effect.
Okay.
Every single one of them.
Gotcha.
But the 3, you picked the right one. Those are the 3 council races that preside over everything.
Well, the only one I ever played was the first one, so that's probably why
I have to
stuck out
specify
to
that it's the first one because after at the end of Mass Effect 2, they make a human one of the council races. So,
and is it you or one of your party members?
It's like your command. You actually get to pick. At the end of Mass Effect 2, you can choose which human gets appointed. So you can either be Captain Anderson or something Udina, Counselor Udina. Yeah.
No, I don't care. I don't care about either of them. They could both be council.
Anyways,
yeah, next one.
All right, so the next one. How many worlds are in Super Mario World?
Oh, damn. Damn, why'd you have to go with world? How many worlds? Like, as in, like,
how many worlds?
Like, you mean, like, how many levels?
Not how many levels. Like, how many worlds? Like, you go to the level, or you go to the world, and then there's.
Are we counting the star, like, world?
We're not counting.
Like, you're not counting secret worlds?
No, not secret worlds. I don't think so. Anyways.
Then it would be 8.
Well, I guess we are counting secret worlds then.
Okay. The 9?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because
the only thing we're not counting is like Yoshi. Like we're not counting like. We're counting everything, baby.
Yeah, because like there's obviously the flat 8. There's always 8 in Mario, but then you can like find all these secret spots and random levels that open up the star. Remember? Like yeah.
I think this definitely counts because it says 9.
It says 9. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured.
Good job.
I'm taking that one because
no, I'll give it to you there.
You told me we weren't counting the stuff.
No, that's my bad on there.
No, you're good, but
all right, good job. 2
Hell
for
yeah.
2 on them there.
I like
Way
that.
to go.
I like that. Yeah, suck it, Devin. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, remember, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST. Be sure to join us and the rest of the GameSpeak Podcast community at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast. Check out our other video content on YouTube. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle AlJaffer Brent at Brent Has One, and that's the number 1, and Devin at Devondrius. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time.